Good afternoon, I mean. Good afternoon, people. It is, in fact, afternoon, as it always is afternoon, and yet I always think it is morning because I am a consistent queen like that. Hello, you did make it! Omedetou. I was trying to make it like a seamless movement of my head to match the movement of the opening screen, because when I was waiting for it to start, I was just moving my head side to side, just gonna match up with that for no reason in particular. But how are we doing on this wonderful day? How we doing? As you can see here, it's a silly little shape. Would you like to guess what this silly little shape is? That's correct! Correcto! This is gonna be a silly little plush. Just a silly little plush. You came back from a workout session? Good job. Get buff. Okay, maybe don't get buff if you don't want to, but health is good. Good job. I too should work out. However, the art life calls me. Hello. Welcome. How are you doing on this fine Friday? There's alliteration there. Therefore, does your heart feel fulfilled? Fulfilled with festive Friday? Exactly. It should. Yeah, okay. Has anything cool happened recently to anyone? Any new establishments in the last week? Per snaps no? My friend asked me, because my friend messaged me for the first time in a while, and was like, hey, how have things been going? Any life developments? And I had to be like, well, I replayed my favorite game again, and then I replayed my second favorite game again, and then I replayed my fifth favorite game. Like, basically, not much actually happened to me in the last however long, so it was kind of uneventful. It always is when someone asks me, what you been up to? I've been up to drawing. I wake up and I work a bit at uni work, and then I draw, and then I go to bed, and then I wake up and I do it again. I have this awful story that happened today. Okay, so in my dorm room, right, I have a roommate who I always talk about, right? And we have a kettle, as you would hope. One would hope you would have a kettle. So I eat a lot of instant noodles because I live the instant noodle artist life of doom and sodium and heart attacks, but you know, it's gonna be fine. And I usually use the kettle, but she was like, oh, it's a bit wet at the bottom, there might be an issue, let's just leave it for a day and a half to dry, don't use the kettle, okay? Don't use the kettle. And I was like, of course, why would I use the kettle? I don't need to use a kettle, I don't eat noodles all the time, I'm completely sane like that, and I eat normal, regular food like rice and bread. So then this morning I woke up and I was like, if we find something bad will happen. Foreshadowing does not exist. If you just pretend it doesn't exist, it doesn't exist. Can you foreshadow foreshadowing not existing? Anyway. So I was like, okay, if I can't use the kettle here, because I was looked into getting noodles. So I like put all the flavor packets in, I opened it up, and I went to the common room, right? Because, you know, I don't want to bring all the packets to the common room, so I put it all in the noodles and I go to the common room, right? And I boil the water because it's out of water. But I think I hear some guy laughing or something and I walk past. I'm like, okay. Anyway, hopefully that won't show up later. This isn't foreshadowing either. Of course not. So then I'm waiting for my water to boil. And then when I finally look up from my phone, I see let me draw it, actually. Let me draw this. The suspense. Is it killing you? It should kill you. Because it killed me. This is a kettle. You're just gonna have to trust me. It does not look like a kettle, but the water comes out of here. Okay? Understandable? And it has like a silly pocket, right? So you can see the water inside, see the water level. Right? Makes sense? Very kettle-like things. Hashtag kettlecore. Right. But then I looked closer. What did I see? A big brown circle in the kettle. And I was like, I hope that's not what I think it is, because I don't know what it is, but it sure does look like a dog food pellet. It didn't look like anything human, okay? It looked like a dog food pellet or a cat food pellet, I think. It was very round. It was like more round than what a human could produce, so if you were worried about that. And I looked at that and I was like, I don't think today's the day I'm going to eat dog food. So I tried to pour the water out, right? And the water came out like wee, wee. But the pellet would not come out. And I would shake it and I would still hear it. But like the opening for the water to come out is so small. I'm sure there's like an easy way. Maybe you can take the whole top off, but someone didn't know how to do that, and that someone was me. And plus you eat dog food every other day. Oops, is that what I said? Oops. I said no such thing. Dog food? Disgusting. I would never eat something as peasant-like as dog food. My palate requires cat food. Sorry, it's not that funny. Anyway, so then poor me, right? Poor little Yufu went wandering around holding her cup noodles like, is there another kettle anywhere? Do we have another common room or something? She's just walking around like do. But she did find another kettle, but now she had trust issues. And she was like, I was trying to like rationalize in my brain, trying to be like, oh, it's definitely gonna be safe over here, right? I'm sure like this side, I think this other side common room, we have like 2 common rooms. The other common room had more girls in it. And then I know a lot of guys come to the common room near me. And you know how guys be. They can be a bit messy. I heard my roommate saw that we have like a sandwich press, right? Sandwich press in a common room, you might be like, wow, that's so high tech. Right? You know, to make sandwiches. But what were these guys doing? We have the sandwich press, right? And it kind of looks like that or whatever. And then you stick the bread on it, on here, and then it goes sizzle, sizzle, right? Apparently these guys have just been like putting egg straight on it. They don't have like the baking paper underneath. Like, you know, you probably should have. They just let the egg go into the grill thingy. And not big brain, tiny brain, teeny tiny brain. Because then there's so many like eggshells in the bin apparently. And then the toast thingy is so gross and no one cleans it and I'm gonna crash out. It's fine. It's fine, we're calm. Nothing has ever happened to me that has frustrated me ever. I'm actually the calmest person you'll ever see in your life. Maybe it may not make for great entertainment, because it is fun to see people crash out. However, watakushi crash out dekinayo. I have never crashed out. It's actually impossible. Fries, eggs with eggshell. Okay, yeah, but yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, so today's plan is we're going to make a plush keychain, right? So this is kind of what it looks like in the end, right? This is just the sample they gave us. If you want to make your own, you can go to the Vogue Race website and download the template yourself. And for limited time, that's an R. And that's a G. Can you read that? I'm gonna assume you can read that. For a limited time, it's like half price if you wanted to get it manufactured yourself. So if you want to download the template and make a plushie alongside me or in your own time, yes. This bit of says keychain. I know. Because my friend who sold me merch, you know, it's crazy. We were talking about how long delays were and stuff for certain manufacturers. And she was talking about like, oh, I forgot you saw the email where I was like, oh, sorry, I'm going to have to deliver it to you later because they haven't gotten it to me. And there was like a whole email about a delay. But it's the reason, like, when I got that email, I was able to be like, hey, can you send it to a new address? And from that, she was able to say, oh, I live nearby. Let's meet up. So we literally would not have been friends unless there was the delay in shipping. Can you believe that? That's kind of crazy when you think about it. Butterfly effect much? And now we talk every day. So it's like, wow, thank you. Thank you for the delay. Anyway, what was I talking about? Girl with no memory fights a task of having memory. Anyway, so this is what it's gonna look like. And you might be like, but Yufus, who will you make a plush keychain of? Obviously Ukyo, my husbando, my beloved Ukyo. Like, why would I do anyone else? Like Ukyo's all I need. Like, come on, like, what are you expecting? Like, I love him. But as you can see, there's not like a way to do a back panel. I think. Like, I don't know if I'm allowed to do back hair, right? front of it, back of it. But I don't know if you're allowed to have all the hair at the back, so I'm just gonna do short hair Ukyo. So that's why I have my short hair reference. Ukyo propaganda. I'm just talking about my beloved husband. I'm also I'm also drawing Yufu Ukyo art because yeah. And then I also drew like a sticky note of him because like, you know, I'm not very safe, but like he is so pretty. Okay, we're gonna get to work. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons? He looks pretty. Yeah. Hello. Welcome. This is my husband. Thank you for taking note of my husband. His name is Ukyo. His name is... Where's my pen? Pen madoko? His name is Ukyo from Amnesia Memories, and he's the biggest yearner you will see in your entire life. I can have discussions. He is more of a yearner than the guy who ate poison flowers for 80 years? 800 years? I don't remember, but I would say this guy has yearned longer. Happy marriage! Thank you! Thank you. We have a child in Tomodachi life, and we have a son in... Well, my son is a child. Well... Anyway, we have 2 children. Yippee! Happy marriage, right? And unsurprisingly, after I finish doing a plush of this guy, right? I'm gonna do one of me, because then I can put them together on my shelf, and they can like... Because they have these like string arms, and they have the balls around at the end. And you know, they could have like their arms wrapped around each other, you know? Wouldn't that be cute? It would be cute. It would be so cute. I love being delusional. But I guess step 1 is we must get a ruler, because there is no way I'm gonna be drawing this straight. I think I'm kind of just gonna copy where they put the eyes. Because yeah, I don't know, honestly. I don't know. But I'm sure some people would do like really detailed eyes, because there's no limit to how detailed you can do it, I think. Like, I could do really detailed eyes if I wanted to. I could. But I kind of feel like just doing this simple... Well, because that's kind of cute though. It's a little bit cute though, isn't it? But then I'm biased and I think everything he do is cute. Don't forget your third child with your husband. What do you mean? What do you mean my 3 child? Am I missing a child? I have Aubrey, my Tomodachi life child. I have Orion, the in-game child. Well, not child, but like, we're adopting him because he's cute. He's just a little child. And we're like, you know, he's plot relevant. He can be mine. But I like thinking about like, how many children would each character have? I was having a discussion with my otome friend, right? And we were like, which characters give the vibe of having more or less children? I feel like generally, I don't know if you guys agree with this, but I feel like if the character is really doting, I kind of feel like they'd only have 1 child. Because they seem like the type to have 1 daughter or something, and they would like dote on that daughter forever. I don't know if you agree with that. Responsible parent 2026. Shush. I would never miss a child. I know who the 3rd child is. It's me. Me. I hope anyone gets my references. I really hope someone's getting my references. Oh, now it looks like Toad. From the hit game Mario. I don't know about that one. What's another face? Like, another expression? I could... Ooh! Instead of ball eyes, I could do what I was thinking of, like with the closed eyes. But without the, like, the bottom part of the eye. I could just be like, that's cute, isn't it? The smiley face. He is so smiley. But yes, what was I talking about? Children. I feel like really responsible characters would have, like, 1 child. And they'd be like, oh, this is my daughter. I would treasure her forever. She's everything to me. And they'll be really doting on their kid, and then the kid would grow up with dependency issues, but that's okay, because they don't need to depend on anyone else, because the parent is very good at their job being a parent, you know? But then I was like, okay, this really basic character would have 2 kids. And then when I thought about it, I was like, but why would the really basic character have 2 kids? Is it because statistically 2 kids is the average amount? And this guy is really boring. Therefore, he seems average to me. He seems average in everything. And then I'm trying to think of headcanons. It's like, yep, he would score average marks. Hello, hello! Welcome! But you like my voice? Thank you! And how you talking relate to the sentiment? Oh, you relate to the sentiment of the street title, thumbnails, and artists? Wow! Of course. I am very insane about drawing my husband. Do you like him? Do you like him? I'm that one wife who's really annoying about the husband. I could be your best friend, and then I get married, and I'm like, by the way, I'm gonna relate this to my husband. Oh, you went to Paris. You know what my husband did? My husband actually traveled overseas to take photos with people, and not with people, of people, but not that much because he's a photographer, and he likes doing sketchy jobs to get more money for my beautiful wedding, and it was amazing. Thank you for asking. And the friend will be like, excuse me? I think canonically though, Ukyo and the main character have 2 kids. I do find it really cute though in TV shows when they have like 1 daughter and 1 brother. No, it's not statistically more likely to 1 of each. That's not how maths works. But it is cute, isn't it, to have 1 of each? But then I kind of feel bad for those parents who are like, okay, I just want to have 1 daughter. I just want to have 1 daughter. And then they end up with like 5 kids and they're all boys. And it's like, what is the likelihood? Is it always a 50-50 split? Likelihood of girl versus boy kid? Or is it more like each person has a percentage and they average to about 50-50? Like maybe you have a 60-40% chance, but someone else has 60-40 the other way around. Who knows? Okay, what was I gonna do with the face? Maybe like, ooh, that was kind of cute. He kind of looks like a bird now. Like a tiny little bird with all the fluffles. Like those white fluffy birds that are kind of just like... Do you see the vision? There we go. See, I don't remember what we were talking about before this. Should I give him eyelashes though? I always have that thing of like, do I want to give them eyelashes? Because it's cute? But then I have to fight with it looking too feminine. Oh, okay, I do think that's cute. I do think I'm gonna go with that. But for the mouth, what expression do you have? Because I have so much merch of him above me, so if I keep looking up, I'm not like rolling my eyes. I'm just looking at my beautiful husband above me like, I see. You look very stupid up there. Very stupid and cute. Because I don't like characters when they are too serious. Like, why would you be serious when you could be as silly? Just as silly. But what's your opinion on characters who are silly but they don't realize they're being silly? I think I generally prefer the characters who tell lots of jokes and try to be funny. But the ones who are unintentionally funny, I'm like, sometimes I like you, sometimes I don't like you. Hello, welcome. I am unsurprisingly drawing my husband. And I was just talking about characters being funny versus being unintentionally funny. Like, this stupid idiot did not have curtains in his house. He has no furniture in his house. Because he's a fool. Legit, because he's a fool. And we're like, hey, Ukyo, you know, we should get you some curtains. And he's like, yeah, it's been really tough, you know, getting changed in the morning without curtains. And then the MC's like, yeah, we're gonna get you some curtains, bro. He's so stupid. I love him with all my heart. You are... Okay, to be fair, all I've done is these 2 lines, but thank you. This is following a template that you can download on the Vogue Race website. If you want to create one of these yourself, you just fill out the template, you send the template to them, pay some money, and then they ship it to you as like the actual plush. So I'm quite excited. I haven't gotten a plush like this manufactured before. So I'm excited! My friend's also doing ones of her husbands as well, and then maybe I can put the husbands together and they can like hold hands and be like, our wives is very strange. And then we can hold hands and be like, our husbands are very strange, you know? And then they can play ping pong together. He's such such a beautiful husband. I love him. I love him so much. Okay, yes, I went on a tangent about being funny and not because I was drawing. Oh, I could do like a cat mouth. I always do a cat mouth, but it always looks good. Even if your character's not a cat. You can always have a cat mouth, you know? Desho? Do I want to give him eyebrows? Or do you think he can be eyebrowless? Do you think he deserves eyebrows? I love how I said I was gonna get like a ruler, but then I just didn't. Maybe it would look better without the ruler. Maybe the ruler would make it look too precise. Is this copium? Yes. However, let me be lazy. Let me be lazy. I've been drawing a lot of like circle eyebrows recently because it's hard to get the angle right with these. It's like this or like that or like this, and then it's like inconsistent. But if you do a ball, you can just do it like directly above. No problemo. Is this Animal Crossing music? I think so. I put on a playlist called like Sleepy in the Afternoon. No, that's not right. What was it called? In your living room, just enjoy the Nintendo Chill Music BGM. That's what I'm listening to, Ima. Okay, I think that's cute. I think that's cute. Okay. Does that seem somewhat symmetrical? I would say so. But it's really bad, because I said I was playing my 5th favorite game again. And this is one guy. Do you guys remember my phase of Nicola Francesca? Let me get up a picture of him, because he's really pretty. I'm going to spoil one of the pictures in the game, but it's one of the first ones. I think it's one of the promotional ones. So it's not like spoiler, but it's like kind of spoiler. It's kind of spoiler, so. Close your eyes if you wish not to see Nicola Francesca in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cha-chan! Do you remember this guy? I was so into him for a period of time. I don't remember how long, but it was like last year or the year before. That long? That long? And I really like, he's like the annoying flirtatious type. You know, he's like, oh, you're baking something? Who are you baking this for? Because he wants you to say, oh, I'm baking it for you, Nicola Francesca. You know? And then he's like, oh, yes. Oh, this is to show gratitude? What do you mean? Is this so funny? What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, wait, no, that got auto-translated. I was like, what do you mean funny? Hello. I'm talking about Nicola Francesca, who was my husband like 2 years ago, and I was really insane about him. And he's like the type to flirt all the time, really obviously. And he's like, oh, you're showing gratitude? Would you like to show gratitude by feeding me? And I was like, oh, I was crazy about this guy. But then replaying it, I'm like, he's kind of a creep. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to come back. Shh. I'm sane. Everything is sane. Breathe in. Breathe out. There we go. I like how the music changed when I breathed out. And I really liked him. But unfortunately, replaying, I'm like, oh, he's really creepy. But then he kind of, spoiler, he stops being as creepy for a reason. And then I fell for him again. He is as good as I remember him being. And it's really annoying because I thought I got over this guy. And he's also like 29. So like, well, 28? Maybe? Still, you know, there's the age gap and all. But he's kind of weird. And he kind of reminds you of someone. And it's a bit strange. But like, I don't remember why I started talking about him. But yes. He's so pretty. I don't remember why I started talking about him. Oh yeah, because then I was like, oh, do I like him more than Shiraishi Kageyuki, who shares a voice actor with Nicola Francesca? And I was like, oh, surely no one would beat my number 2 position, my cat Shiraishi Kageyuki, who I cannot draw because his hair is a nuisance. Let me get up a picture of Kageyuki Shiraishi. His hair is the worst thing you will see in your life. And my friend keeps saying he's ugly every time she sees him, which, you know, is not incorrect. But it still hurts that my husband gets called ugly. Like, look at this ugly cat. Like, yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, but like, I love him. Do you see what this hair is doing? Like, it cuts off here, cuts off here, cuts off here. Why is it going like that? Okay, and then it's got this really random long strand. Oh, but there's another long strand over there, so it's kind of evening out. No, it's not. It's no. I give shit a restraining order. What do you mean? What do you mean? And yes, I did see that basically what's under there, but I will not respond because I know exactly what's under there. You cannot fool me. Ihi, ihi, ihi. What's under there? Ukyo's under there! Sorry. Sorgi. Sorgi. Okay. Well, I think we can try doing... I think that face looks fine. Yeah, I think that looks cute. These eyebrows are not scented. They're not. Ta-da! What do you mean thumbs down? Okay, I do think I need my ruler here. Okay, we're gonna get out the ruler tool. Where are you, ruler tool? Ruler tool. Doku, are you? Do you like my song? Few people think of making up a ruler song, but I thought it up because I am a genius. Ta-da! Oh, it's not even scented. Ta-da! Ta-da! There we go! Third time's the charm. Now name the layer ruler. Okay. And then, what kind of green do we think? I know his hair could be very inconsistent. Like, that's too dark. Could do like that. That might be too light, though. Because I know his plush is very yellow toned. His plush is like that. And I look at it and I'm like, but it's kind of a bit different, you know. His hair is not that yellow. It's not that saturated. But I guess if you have to make it a plush, you don't have many choices. But oh, okay, that's too bright. That's too desaturated. See, if this were anyone else, I would be less fussy. However, unfortunately, this happens to be my husband. And I will do everything to make my husband happy. That sounds like I would do crime. But hey, maybe I would do... I mean, what? You know, crime is illegal, Yufu. You know, you're not allowed to actually do criminal acts like murder. Like, sure, your husband may have done, but like, it doesn't mean you can do it, right? Right? Do you understand? Yeah? Yeah, but he's so pretty. I would do anything for him. If he asked me to do some, like, evil things, then, like, you never know. Maybe I would, maybe... Yufu, you're not allowed to do that, you know? I think the police is gonna come after you, and then what are you gonna do if you have to spend your life in jail? If you're in jail, you can't see your husband. Like, I don't know what you're thinking, girl. But what if he comes to jail with me? Then there's no problem, right? Girl. Some of these saturated darks, the bangs pop out more. Interesting. Because I don't know if I'm using this template correctly. Should it be like directly same shape, size? Maybe I should put my margins on top. And then I could erase around the margin. Yeah, I think that's smarter. I don't know if they have like a limited amount of colors they can use though. So I don't know. In the end, I may not have as much choice as I think I do. Never sane to begin with? What do you mean? I have always been so sane. You know, it's my branding to be sane. Like, some people's branding is to be a crazy lady. But my branding is to be so sane. Okay. I think that's okay for now. Hair front. Okay, let us try and do this hair now. I'm gonna move the ruler over. Ruler-san, doku desu? Where are you? I can grab you. Haha, get grabbed. I hope that's center. Okay, how shall we do this? I'm gonna grab my reference of Ukyo as well. It kind of looks like a matcha head at the moment, just like head into this green. Joke of the world to insane your Super Saiyan? Ha ha ha, Joker, ha ha. Well, you know, there are different worlds in Amnesia Memories, and some of them are like Heart World, and some of them are like Diamond World, and you know who the Joker World is? Ukyo's the Joker World. Was that intentional? Did you mean to mention my husband like that? Did you mean... So big! Oh, it's red. hello, hello. Hello, hello. I think I'm sane though. I don't know what you're saying. Because sane and sane sound similar. Todokete setsuna sari wa. Okay, fine. We're looking in. Okay, so clearly he has this weird part of the hair that goes like that. And then he got that other part of the hair that goes like that. Maybe I shouldn't call him weird, but it's my husband. But then since it's my husband, he wouldn't mind me calling him weird. Because he calls himself weird. And he calls himself a shinigami, and a maiden, and a... Iron Lotus? I do not know Iron Lotus. Gomenne. Ooh, I don't know if I want to make the hair too spiky. I don't know if they can manufacture something that's too spiky. Oh, I don't know if I like how this is turning out. My guidelines are not guidelining here. Kore kana? No. Kore no kana. Did you hear though they're making like a whole bunch of new horror movies based on like internet culture-y ones? What was it, Slender Man? And there was the Mandela effect or something. I don't know that one too much, but not Slender Man. I'm lying. The one with the siren head guy. Is his name just straight Siren Head? Because I remember when I first heard about Siren Head back in the when I was 14. I thought it was like the most stupid concept ever. I was like, of all things. Why a siren head? Right? Why not like a burger head? I mean, they are doing like the Jollibee's mascot is kind of scary, right? We should make a horror about that. Okay, this template's not templating. Wasn't there already a movie? What was the Mandela effect? Was that the like remembering things wrong one? Okay, I've given up on the template. I would just wing it and see if they can do it. do yatte? Masses remembering false memories? Like, how is there like psychology behind it? The psych student asks with much curiosity. Is it because like one person misremembers and then tells everyone else? And then the people don't actually remember it, they only remember like the last time they were told about it? Like supposedly remembering something isn't you're remembering it, but you're remembering the last time you remembered it. So I'm like, I don't know if that's actually true. Maybe it's a lie. Maybe I just heard that of someone. So I'm like, huh? How is that so? Just enter class without having an exam. Welcome to the exam. We are learning about the Mandela effect. Did you know what the Mandela effect was before you came here? You don't hear me typing or anything. Yeah, it's named after Nelson Mandela, following a widespread false memory that he died in prison during the 1980s, even though he was released in 1990 and passed away in 2013, which is kind of weird, because there's a 33-year gap there between when you thought he died and he's still alive, and that might have freaked people out, wouldn't it? Interesting. Jif versus Jiffy, the name of the peanut butter. Who thinks it's... Okay, well, I don't know. I don't know if either of those peanut butter. It's not? What? Okay, well, now it's scaring me because I'm like, maybe I remembered some things wrong too. Someone misremembering it and their brain constructs memories that follow that fact regardless of authenticity. Time traveling in real life. It's weird. It's weird, man. I don't know about that. How? Like, I get how we can like reconstruct memories, but everyone? Where the false memory seems plausible or where there's lack of widespread information on the topic? And then people kind of like start to inform themselves with the wrong info, right? Like, oh, this person said this, oh, this person, and like, right? But interesting. Because it doesn't seem like they're for very big cases, other than the main one, right? It's a lot of like, oh, the name of this TV show wasn't this. Oh, the color of blah 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 wasn't this, right? Drawing Pikachu's tail with a black tip, but it never had one. It's like asking someone who's never seen a dog to draw a dog. What was the line? Guys, I love the back room so much, like to an insane degree. It's pretty bad. Every day of my life, I'm like, the back room. You know what I should do? I should watch the back rooms. I should see the back rooms again. Because I really like the girl. She was so pretty and so good at acting, and slay. Fruit of the logo I haven't cornucopia. I don't know what the logo looks like, but I'm gonna trust you. This is how it starts, because I'm gonna start trusting people, being like, oh, does it? I'm sure it does. You're probably right, and that's how it begins. And then bubba boobity boo. You know, I don't know if this plush is gonna work. I don't know about this, man. We are calm. Everything in life is good and serene. That does not look like him. Well, it's not bad per se. It's not great, you know. Maybe we're gonna say it's okay for now, because if I don't accept that it's okay, that I may cry. Anything would help for the right people for the format. See? Yeah. Because I mean, I could DM them. I do have their DMs on Twitter. And we have DM'd before. Because I won a raffle once. So I got to make a round flash, like a accordion or something. Those ones are like, wee! And then they have like the legs sticking out. And you have like the face and it's really flat. And I got to make one of Yufu. But then I accidentally gave it a huge leg. So it kind of never saw the light of day. Because I drew the thingy wrong. What if a person with godly memory can have a Mandela effect? Right? I wonder. Like, surely that memory can be manipulated as well. Or would you have, like, two separate memories? Like, the memory of originally seeing it, and then the memory of someone telling it to you again? Her snaps. I need to interview people. I do love qualitative research. The amount of qualitative research I've put in my thesis so far, I've been like, oh yeah, here's a great study. It's qualitative. They're all qualitative. Photograph memory, I'm not sure. Not many people have that. I think someone mentioned they had it last stream, maybe, or a delulu, because that is I often am delulu. Oh, this song is weird. Town Hall and Tom Nook's store from Super Smash Bros. Well, I never played Super Smash Bros. Okay. What other songs are in this playlist? Isabel's theme? Oh, I do know this theme! Okay. I don't know if we're allowed to have back hair like this, because the template cuts the hair off, like, not very low down, if you can see that. So I'm like, should I? Or are they going to attack me with a stick if I do that? Would they attack me with a stick? Did you guys play Animal Crossing? Did you guys play Animal Crossing? I loved playing Animal Crossing back in primary school. That's so long. That's so long ago. That's crazy. Why do people exist? Why are people old? Why do I have so many questions about everything? Because in my mind, I was like, yeah, that happened like 5 years ago. I was like a baby 5 years ago. When I was 12, it was more than 5 years ago. Finally enough. Whether I accept it or not, it is fact. Because time is such a weird concept. Good tailored playlist for stream that won't get copyright is rough. That's true. See, a lot of the time I get lazy and I just put on whatever. Where's it, Leia? What? Oh. Oh. I see. I get it. I get it. That's not the right color. Deeply discussing phenomena, and science in the other half is just yapping about funny life experiences. Truly. Because sometimes we have interests that are what is the meaning of life. However, we also have interests of like, what if I was a frog? I've been watching this series. I don't remember, but there was this guy who does these really cute animations on YouTube, and they all have like really good editing voices and stuff. So it's like made to be childish, but you can tell it's for like an older audience, and they have really silly voices. And there's this like whole movie I've been watching. He made like 50 minutes worth of it, 3 minutes like every week for a bit or something. And it's about this kid called Kid Vampire, but he goes by like Kid Vampire. And it's like this whole plot, and you have to watch it. You have to watch Kid Vampire. Oh, I drew these on the wrong layers. Stop. And it has a baby who is like a grown man or something. He has the vibes of a grown man, and he's like, "Hey, I was just doing whatever, right? Yeah." And Kid Vampire is like, oh, and he's trying to find like friends at a school. He's like, go off to school, go get blood from people, and then he meets this weird kid, and he's like, oh, I don't have to kill. Wow. Looks like look longer than right. Nani? これ? Because これ go like this. これ go at the back. でしょ? これみたいな? Like that? Okay. I would think on it. I don't know how long I want it to be. But you have to watch Kid Vampire, I promise. Like, it's so funny. And so he's like, oh, I don't have to kill, actually. I can just drink this kid's nose blood, because this kid, for some reason, keeps having a bloody nose. And he's just like, yeah, I could like put my nose blood in a jar, so you can... That's left and right. See, I don't even know. I don't even know. I think it's gonna be fine. I hope it's gonna be fine. I sure hope it's gonna be fine. Please be fine. Okay, I'm gonna assume that's okay. What am I watching? I promise it's funny because it's got like the voice of a kid, and it's like, I'm Kid Vampire. And I ask, for what? Father, for what? Please do watch Kid Vampire. And then report back to me, because you have a class on it, actually. Maybe you thought this was... Maybe it was just a fun little stream. No, you actually have classes. And if you don't do your classes, you might actually explode. Stay in school, kids. And by school, I mean... watching Kid Vampire. Sorry. Okay. Well, yeah, okay. Maybe, where are his clothes? Are they under here? Ah, there are his clothes. Okay. See, as much as I want to put him in this yukata, since the dog doesn't have arms, I can't really have, like, flowing sleeves. And I feel like a yukata would look kind of strange without sleeves. So I'm like, bro, what do you want to wear that does not have sleeves? Like, you have a jacket. That's what you usually wear. But a jacket without arms? 97 this Tuesday, you know, college and working at 9 to 5. Okay, well, school is good. Several engineering classes, your dress code scary. Okay, that's fine. I feel like uni and school are kind of different, because it's kind of scary when I'm like doing normal things, and then I need to recall something from high school. And it has to do with like basic geometry or basic geology or basic geometry. What? Geography? And it's like, well, how do I know this? How did I learn? How do I remember what a mica rock is? Why do I remember that? Why do I remember what a sedimentary rock is? Why do I remember that? Why do I remember refraction? How do I remember what colors make up light? How do I remember the different lengths of wavelengths? And sometimes it comes in handy, and you're like, but I thought I could forget all this. I didn't think there was a purpose for me remembering. Yeah, well, some classes are kind of useless, like economics was kind of, yeah. kind of meh. But like some classes, it's like I'm glad they forced me to do history, so I know like basic history. My history knowledge is like what, like 30% the average person. But hey, it comes in handy sometimes. Okay, that's a 0.5. Just getting my outlines. There we go. Okay. What kind of clothes do we think? Every day, everything coming into your attention across the internet, but you forget you even saw? All that? What you mean? What you mean, Nani? Nani? But what kind of clothes look good without sleeves? Because like, yeah, the school uniform looks good without sleeves. They did a good job with that template. Demosa, for the normal person, you will want more than just clothes without sleeve. This song? This song is weird. Maybe I'll give him like a jacket, I was gonna say, but jackets have sleeves. What doesn't have? I could put him in a bikini. Just for the funs, right? I could give him a belly button. It could be like this. Kore kana. Whee! He will be so fashionable. We'll give him some pants, obviously. Forgot about pants. Yeah, slay! Okay, what would he wear? Ugyo! My Ugyo-san! What do you wish to wear, my beloved husband? Oh, hi, Nicola. Okay, there we go. Okay. Speak to me, husband. What is it you wish to wear? I wish to wear anything you think I'd look good in. Really, Ukyo? I know you're really nice and don't have like opinions like that, and I know you know that I'm gonna be the only one looking at you, so it doesn't really matter, and I can do whatever my heart tells me, and I can dress you up however I want because you're just a pretty little cute doll or whatever. But like, I still feel bad if I don't get your input. Well, I think something that's like neutral colored could be pretty. You're so right. And since it's coming into winter, I would give you winter clothes. But as I mentioned before, it is in fact, you're not gonna have sleeves. And winter clothes without sleeves are kind of like useless, right? But like maybe your arms are so thin in the tablet anyway that you don't really need to warm them up because they're just like so small that like no wind brushes past them, so maybe you don't get cold anyway. Yeah, that's right. See? Okay, so what should we put you in? I could put you in just like a normal... I know a lot of like male characters in games always just have the tank top. It's always like a black colored tank top for some reason, and then you just have the pants, you know. But he can't have pants either. Legit, what are you gonna wear? You can't have sleeves and you can't have pants. Maybe I should ask my friend what they're doing. Because they're also doing one. But if you can't have sleeves and you can't have pant, if you can't have sleeve and pant, okay, how do they do it? Did they just like shove the clothes design onto it? They did. Okay. I see. Interesting. So they just went without pants. It's just without sleeves. She was like, okay, I mean, we could do your basic uniform without those if you really don't want pants or sleeves. I'm glad people in common, decent society do generally wear pants and sleeves. Because it'd be a bit scary if they didn't. There we go. Okay, there's my ruler. Okie dokie. Ja. Let us draw a straight line. Do you believe in my ability to draw a straight line? Maybe I should get a reference of him. What is you talking about? Oh, I'm talking about everything ever. Have you seen the news lately? Apparently there was a porcupine named Benjamin. And Benjamin got caught for stealing microwavable onions. Crazy, isn't it? The economy these days. So bad that even a porcupine would need to go to theft. Hey, that's not really ribbon looking. Here Here we go. Kore wa dou desu ka? Okay, I think that's cute. Yeah, that didn't really answer the what am I talking about thing. It may have made more questions, but it may not have. Maybe some of you have been enlightened and you're like, oh, I understand exactly what you're talking about. You know? May have not the common experience. However, it's truth. だからね、すごい. We get an office suit. I'm kind of copying his original design. I'll get a reference up so I can look at my beautiful ukiyo amnesia. I didn't have a reference, so I was just looking at the plush above me and trying to like reference the plush. Legit, there was a fire alarm that went off a while ago. I did mention this before, but I was in my room and they're like, this is not a drill. Please evacuate. So I'm like, okay, what do I grab? Do I grab my laptop? Okay, grab my laptop. Grab Ukyo. And that's all I took. So what if it was true fire? What if truly people explode and all I would have left is Ukyo? And my parents would be like, what did you take out of that? Are you okay? And I'm like, yes, I'm okay. And Ukyo's okay too. And they'll be like, Ukyo? Who is Ukyo? And I'll be like, well, the truth is, I'm actually married. And they'll be like, oh, you married? But you've never had romance that I am aware of. You didn't tell me that you were dating? The audacity. And I'll be like, well, he kinda do the bad thing and he kinda get punished for do the bad thing. And really, you should not do the bad thing. I know it's bad that he do the bad thing, but he also very cute and he a yearner. And I do like yearners because it shows they very love you. I think watching Kid Vampiro has done things to my vocabulary. Huh? What do you mean, huh? It makes perfect sense. I think, and then I don't think. Why are you wearing a Christmas hat? Because it's July! Christmas in the July. Sa Christmas, いっぱいの笑顔を君に届けんだパーティーナイトさ Christmas. Don't you love Christmas? Is that a good reason? It's kind of because I just saw Christmas and I was like, oh, mayhap I use that today. You know? I do like Christmas. I do miss Christmas. I know Christmas, like, it's already halfway through the year. I was gonna say Christmas just happened, but that's not in fact the case. But that's the thing here. Is it a thing? I really don't think it's a thing, but I will celebrate by eating cheesecake. Because I woke up and I was like, I want to get cheesecake. And then I just didn't get cheesecake because I legit forgot I had a craving. But then I remember the craving again. So I was like, maybe I will get cheesecake. Boo-doo, boo-doo. Boo-doo, boo-doo-doo. Boo-doo, boo-doo. Boo-doo, boo-doo, boo-boo-boo-boo. Have you guys ever celebrated Christmas in July? Because we have never... I keep being like, parents, can we do Christmas in July? Because I just really like Christmas. Especially as a kid. And then I was like, can we do Christmas in July so we celebrate more? And parents are like, yeah, let's do that. And then we forget. Didn't know people could forget cravings, right? Cheesecake. Shop cheesecakes. Slaps so hard. Yes. When the stores only like specialize in cheesecake, it's like, you know, you're in for the best cheesecake of your life. And you kind of regret it because, you know, you ate a snack just a bit ago and you wanted to get bubble tea, so you got bubble tea as well a bit ago. But then your friend appears out of nowhere and you're like, oh, wait, you're here? And your friend's like, yeah, you want to get cheesecake? And you're like, I do want to get cheesecake. And then they get one called Super Cheese. It looks really good and it looks like a piece of cheddar cheese and it's really funny. And then someone posts it on Twitter and you're like, oh, I should have posted mine first because then I could have got the clout. But, you know, it's fine. And, and it was so yummy. Guys, all cheesecake. Okay, I will buy you a cheesecake. But you have to prove that you've been here today. And to prove that, you must take a screenshot of the date and the timestamp of me saying this, and then you will come up to me in the future when I am rich and powerful, and you'll be like, "Hello, Euphas, you promised that you get us tea and K, and then I'll get you cheesecake, you know?" Carols and is it pecans or pecans? Or does it not matter? Is it just different depending on where you be? I don't know what we say here. Pecans? Pecans, right? Pecans? But I do love cheesecake. All evidence collected. Yahoo! Okay, step 2. Let's blow up. Let's get $3 trillion bajillion. Wahahaha. That's a lot of money though. But I've been watching a lot of like videos and like, oh, fame is not what you want. So many famous people like, oh, I wish I wasn't famous. Stop. Because yeah, people usually get famous because they're like, oh, I'll find happiness, I'll have lots of friends, and I'll feel secure and stuff. But sometimes you don't. Sometimes you forget what you're actually looking for. Maybe you're actually looking for friends? You're like, if I get famous, people want to talk to me. Maybe what you want is friends, not fame. What do we think about that? But then some people are like, yeah, I want fame, and then they get fame and it's good. Okay, that clothing looks good. I don't like how much detail I put on the clothes compared to the rest of him. Like, his hair has, like, no details. And then I put all this detail on his clothes. Like, sorry. I mean, your face really is beautiful, but I'm kind of focused on your clothing right now. And you're not gonna have pants, so you're kind of gonna have to... You're kind of just gonna have to cope, man. You're kind of just gonna have to cope. Okay. If I don't fill it all the way... How did friend do it? Let me get a friend reference again. Includes image. Okie dokie. Doyate did friend do that? Oh, interestful. Okay. Clothes make the man, right? It reminds me of Kakushigoto. I always watch Kakushigoto when I'm drawing because it's about this manga artist, like this father, who has this 10-year-old daughter, and the mother unfortunately died, but the father will do his best for her, and it's really cute, right? And then the daughter's trying to be like, I want to make my father feel special. What can I put on, like, the wishing tree? You love the one? And, like, you know how they have those wishing tree things in Japan? Where you, like, put it on the bamboo branch or something with your wish? And so the daughter's asking around, like, what's something a father would like? And her friend is like, well, my mom said a promotion makes the man. So then Hime writes, what was it? Because the friend's like, yeah, it makes him feel important. And then Hime writes on the wish, I hope my dad becomes important. And then the dad kind of has a crisis like, why does my daughter want me to go up the corporate ladder? Okay, well, that does not look like his clothes now. What have I done? Everything. Nothing. Oh no. Anyway, I love Kakushigoto. You guys should watch Kakushigoto. And you should also watch Kid Vampire. Sob. I promise Kid Vampire is very funny. Sob. Okay, I don't know where I'm doing the right layers. May snaps I just do like this. What have I been talking about? Does anyone know? Kore kana? It kind of looks like he's wearing a cute long shirt, but also it kind of works. It kind of works, you know? Wishful thinking. And then we just copy it, throw it on this side. And then make the back like that. Thinner. Cha-chan! Kore da yo! And then we just get rid of that. Okay. Cha-chan! Please clap for me. Exactly. All right. So now we have the clothes. I feel like once I finish this, it's not gonna be as perfect, but like, it's gonna be fun for a sample. And if it needs redoing, then I'll make adjustments later and get it remade. Because hey, I can just offload it to my friends and be like, hey, I know you're not like super into Ugo, but do you want an Ugo plush? And then we're like, yeah, I mean, I guess. It's a kid vampire. Chris isn't delaying to cheesecake into clothes making the man into Kakushigoto. Right, that's how we linked it to Kakushigoto. Of course, that's how we, yeah. What a lovely day. Okay, so I'm gonna try and copy the colors of his original clothes, but if it's not perfect, it's fine. It's fine. Ta-da! Kid vampire. I need to stop with that. I seriously need to stop with the kid vampire. Okay, what else can we discuss? What else has happened in our lives? Okay, I have a hypothetical. A romance type hypothetical. And the hypothetical is, if you really loved someone with all your heart, and you really wanted to get married to them and whatever, but then they reveal that they were part of an evil organization that has done evil things, like murder. But it turns out that they were the one who helped stop the organization, helped destroy the organization. But they did grow up in the organization, and they did do crimes with the organization. Would you still marry them? So I was originally like, of course I would. Not of age, yes. Go drop. Okay, bye. Thank you for stopping by. Not enough angst though. I heard that the new art fight categories, one of them is like, what, angst or despair or something? As a genre, and I'm like, oh, I do like despair. So if I was gonna do art fight this year, because every year I'm like, I'm gonna do art fight this year. There has not been a year where I have not forgotten about art fight. Like, I log in, I maybe draw like 1 or 2, and then I forget. And then the end of art fight comes and everyone's like, what a great art fight. I'm glad we had got so much done. We drew so many things for so many people. Here is a picture of all 55 things I drew for art fight. And I would look at my account like, oh, I forgot. I drew it 1. Or I drew it 2. Perhaps I drew it 3. But you see, I forgot. But I do like how there's like the culture of if someone draws you, you draw them back kind of thing. I was like, oh, you get free art. But I forgot my username this year. So it's like, all right, I have to make a new account for the 3rd year in a row, and I have to put Yufu back up for the 3rd year in a row because I forgot for the 3rd year in a row. But hey, maybe this year's the year I do art fight. Place your bets if she will successfully do art fight. Ooh, I had an interesting class. I had told so many of my friends about this, but I will tell you guys about this. So in my class, right, we were going over like personality tests and being like, oh, so this is a good part of having high agreeableness, because people like highly agreeable people. And we were talking about like what kind of jobs you would have as a highly agreeable person, and what kind of jobs you'd have as a high not agreeable person, like very disagreeable. And they were like, oh, a lawyer. If you're not an agreeable person, you'd be great as a lawyer. Because hey, if you were too agreeable as a lawyer, you would start being like, oh, but Your Honor, I kind of agree with the other side. You know, they make some good points. I feel like that would low-key be me. I don't think I'm that agreeable unless I'm like average. But I feel like if someone has a good point, I'd be like, you know what? You know, that's pretty. Wait, no, that's not agreeableness, is it? No, maybe it is. Maybe that's openness. Openness is very like open to other people's opinions and stuff. Agreeableness is more like warmth, I think, from memory. But then they were talking about like what jobs are good for high neuroticism and low neuroticism. For those who don't know, neuroticism is basically your propensity to feel negative emotions. Like maybe you're anxious, maybe blah blah blah, you're stressed, self-conscious, they all fall under neuroticism. And we talk about like high neuroticism jobs and low neuroticism jobs. And teachers like, you know what's good for people with high neuroticism to do? Do a psychology honors program. She said that in the, psychology honors class. Which is kind of funny. And then the students are like, but miss, what about the depression subscale? Because, neuroticism is split into different parts. And one of those parts is depression. And what the teacher was like, well, pros and cons. Some benefits, some losses. I was like, okay. I know, I thought that was funny. Okay, I think that looks good. Maybe I'll make the clothes a bit darker to match the one here. I feel like his clothes are kind of stupid, honestly. I wish he had nicer fashion. But what can you do? You could draw him in nicer fashion, but you meh. Alright. I think that's cute. Is that all the parts we need? Person you love with all your heart and wanted to marry revealed that they were a commander of the evil organization you fight every day. Would you still date them? Honestly, no. If I found out they were commander of the evil organization I fought every day, I would not date them. If they were just like a pawn in the evil organization, I'd be like, I can fix them. I can fix them. But no, if they're like the main evil, I don't think I can fix that. I would definitely try to fix that. But I don't think I could fix that. You know? But it's always interesting because my friend always, she really likes fantasy stuff. And she's always talking about, ooh, what about this fantasy setting? I want a husband who's in the mafia, etc., etc. And, it kind of sounds nice. But there's this otome, me when I get to talk about otome, I apologize, but also I don't apologize at all. There's this otome where your husband's the mafia, like Nicola Francesca. Hi, Nicola Francesca, I love you. And, if you saw your husband owning a torture chamber, can you really forgive him for that? But what if it's just how he was born? What if he has to do that? What if that's normal to him? What if it's normal to everyone? Would you just accept it and be like, yeah, I guess that's just part of him. I guess I have to learn to be okay with it. Would you try and change him? I feel like naturally I'd try and change him, but I don't think I could. So maybe if I really liked him, maybe I would accept it and be like, yeah, that's just part of your job. That's just part of being you. And too much otome anime. I don't actually watch that much though. I should watch as well. We can fix a twin. Can we? Can we fix him? We must try. We must always try. Never give up. That one meme of she's gonna die. She's died in every timeline. She's going to keep dying. But I have to keep trying. That makes my heart hurt, that meme. Okay, I don't know if that looks stupid or looks fine. See, I don't know which side of the back this is gonna be. But I think that's fine. I don't know about the color. I feel like the color should be a bit darker. And there's one route though in Pure Fiore where the love interest is this really evil guy, and you literally cannot fix him. He's like the worst red flag I've seen in my entire life, and that just got rid of my shading, didn't it? No, it didn't. Okay. And basically, he threatens you. He's like, you have to be my woman, or literally, the guys in my mafia group are gonna harass you. But if you pretend to be the leader's girl, they're not gonna like get in your way. Because they fear me, and it's like, ugh, that's awful. That's awful, yeah. Don't do that. Okay. Let me get all my layers correct. Where are my face layers? Right away, never look back. There's no escaping him. Maybe. Okay, we have the front layer. We have the front and back. Okay. Let me just separate these. I feel like I would have given some hair accessories. I feel like it's a bit boring at the moment, but we will come to deal with that in a second. Let me just take that, make that a bit transparent so I can see. Okay. If I were to put this here, it would look like... Maybe I should make copies of them. Interesting! Interesting. I think that looks fine. I feel like I should definitely add like thicker lines because you can't really see until you zoom in a lot. So I'm going to make those lines a lot thicker. Good to know to have it as a reference like that. Okay. And then the face goes on. Where does his mouth go? Did I never draw him a mouth? Did I never draw him a mouth? Did I not draw him a mouth? Okay, I'm going to assume I didn't draw him a mouth, and that's a crazy move of me, but you know. Why am I like that? Okay, whatever. Okay, and then we have the front layer and the back layer. So I'll put the back layer on first. Okay, well, trust. 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 You gotta trust, man. Sob. Okay, and then that would kind of go here. Kind of. And then the back... See, it's not bad, right? It's kind of cute. But low-key, maybe it would be cuter without the back layer at all. Maybe if the back layer was short, that would look cuter. Does that look cuter? But it doesn't look like him without the long hair, right? That does not look cute. Who is that? That is Random Man. But I really don't want this part to like accidentally seep through. Muzakashi na. Okay. What have we learned from this? We're gonna cut this part back a bit. And we're gonna make the lines thicker for his clothing. Okay, hopefully that fixes my problem. Somewhat. I'm like so locked in, I'm so sorry. Ta-da! That looks better. And now we're gonna make these ones thicker lines. Thick lines on the outside, thin lines on the inside. Maybe I need to come up with like a cool quote to keep saying. Like, thick lines on the outside, thin lines on the inside. I need like a one myself. That I stole that one. Warm colors, warm colors near the sun, cool colors away from the sun. Because that's legit something I've been doing. Let me show you. Okay. We're gonna take a break from this so I can show you something. So this is what I've been drawing, right? Okay. Now, where is it? You might be like, yeah, the hair highlight's a bit boring colored, right? It's a bit boring. I admit it's a bit boring. But the light is coming from Ukyo's side because he's the light in my left, sorry. But then, if you make the shadows a bit warmer colored, a bit warmer toned, and then make the ones a bit further away a bit cooler toned, right? That looks better, right? It's really subtle, but it gives it like a sense of depth. Just by changing the dark color to be a bit more green versus a bit more blue. You know? You know? Tips with you for Roni. Okay. Okay, really? I don't know what else to add for this now. We might be done with that. Kid, Vampire. I need to stop. I should just change the title. of the street to Kid Vampire. What is my problem? Kid Vampire. I use a Wacom tablet. Yeah, that's how you say it, right? Wacom? Whack 'em with a stick until they give you money. Yeah, And I've been using the same one for like a billion trillion years, so I should upgrade at some point. Which one am I using? The Wacom Intuos. CTL6100WL. I don't know how old that is. Who's your fictional husband? You don't. Wake up. I see. That sounds nicer than Wacom. My fictional husband. You don't know. Where is he? Cow! I love him. I love him so much. He's so beautiful. I'm zooming into his face because he's so pretty and he's so cute and he's so stupid. And there's so many stupid things he does, and I've been saving lines because my friend, my otome friend, has shown she's very insane and remembers specific lines. That her husband said. So I've started memorizing some lines that he said, but they're spoiler, so I can't really tell you. But he's like, let me read the line to you. I'm saving screenshots, but like I'm taking a picture of the screenshot because what if it takes? I know, right? Fellow intuos have it. Is that how you say it? But exactly, right? Shaking hands forever. Wait, where's this Ukyo line? Legit. Oh, I want to eat salmon. That is very unrelated, but I saw a picture of salmon, so I was like, you know what? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna read this, but like coughing out all the spoilers, so it's gonna be really annoying and really hard to understand. I love you enough to lose minds. Only you. It makes more sense with context, but I refuse to spoil it. I am not gonna spoil that, okay? But I do love him. He's so beautiful. He's so beautiful. And he's a photographer. And you are his muse. What is this fanfic? This fanfic is called My Mind. Where I am in love with him. Yeah, if I'm not gonna work on this one, I could work on the art of them together. He looks so softy wofty. So softy wofty. He's like stupid. Unsurprisingly. But he's like cute stupid. But he's not just like, well, it's hard. It's hard. He's so everything to me. He is my beloved. I will kiss him forever. Mwah! 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 There you go. Do you feel kissed, Ukyo? And there's art where he has like a long braid as well. And me with braided hair. I'm actually insane about braided hair. Every time I have to design a character, I'm like, what if I get them braided hair? And like his hair goes like, okay, but that's not how hair works. Hair does not flow like that. But like, you're gonna have to trust me. It's like, whee, and it goes like down that long. And every single time I get the opportunity to draw a braid, I'm like, I'm gonna draw a braid. It's so beautiful. Okay, that kind of looks like really awful when I just drew that, but you're gonna have to trust me because he's so pretty. You can see AO3 library in there. Mayhaps you can. Mayhaps you understand my true love for him. Stop. Let me get up his whole character sheet so I can like spoil his looks. Ukyo Amnesia character sheet. Images. Okay. Copy. Pasto. Mite kudasai. Okay, it's really blurry, but you're gonna have to like bear with me. But you know, maybe my enthusiasm will make up for the blurriness. He's 24, you can barely see that. But I do like how they give us the flat color as well. And then the render, like look how dark the clothes are. I keep drawing them like the lighter gray. Like what I perceive. This kind of one. Instead of doing the actual color. Well, I guess it's not that different, but like... Right, his design is so strange. Love you, something the end of the world. And look at that braid! And you get like the back of hair view as well. He has a very wistful vibe of, oh, why do I exist? Why do you exist? Do any of us exist? Truly, and his silly little chibi. And his other designs, they're really blurry. But like, I cannot imagine these being Ukyo. Legit, if any of these were Ukyo, I would crash out. You say that my husband could have had orange hair. Okay, I really need to get a better picture of this. This is making me sad, honestly. It is actually making me sad with its so low quality. Load faster. Loading. Almost loaded. What did I press? Oh no, it doesn't load again. Oh wait, that's an even bigger file size. Oh my god, okay. That's crazy, why is it so big? Let me save this picture. Save as husband.png. Husbando.png, I love you. There we go. Husband.png, I love you. Look at it! Look at it, he's so pretty! He's so pretty! And his birthday's the 3rd of the 3rd. I will forget my own birthday, I'll forget my parents' birthday, I will forget my best friend's birthday, but I will not forget Ukyo's birthday. Truly, not problematic at all. Look at him! He has such soft eyes. You're like, but that doesn't look soft. You're gonna have to trust me. You have to trust me. And like the detailing, like the texture on the clothing. Oh my god! Oh, Hanamaru, you are an artist of all time. But imagine, I cannot see any of these being Ukyo. I cannot. The vibe is so different. This guy looks like he's done some suspicious things. He looks like he runs an evil circus or something. Do you agree? It's like, what has he done? Who has he poisoned? How many children has he captured and kidnapped to turn into furniture or something? Okay, that's pretty bad actually. I don't even think about that. This guy looks like too much of a gangster. He's like, hey kids, I have some drugs in the van over here. Would you like to buy 1 unit of drug? I don't like it. I do like the green. Maybe I don't like the expression because Ukyo's not that. He would never have the tongue out like that. He might be like this though, but he wouldn't have the tongue out, you know. But you know, maybe if the hair was longer, maybe I could see it as Ukyo. But like this guy has a much softer, more stupid vibe than this. Nah, and this is just a straight no. It's just a straight no. Like obviously. I know a bunch of people would like this. I know my friends would like this design because a lot of people like long black hair, right? But I don't know. I think long black hair is a bit boring. I say as someone with long black hair, but like you could choose any color. Why would you not do blue hair? See, blue hair looks so much more interesting. Or you could do green hair. Some bias like that. Look at him, he's so cute. Oh, he's your baby. Okay. And then we have the other designs, the yukata one. Look at the detail on the yukata. Imagine drawing that. I don't want to imagine drawing that because that kind of hurts my soul. And I don't want to draw like that ever in my. Oh, there's so much detail here and I didn't even notice. Okay, he's so pretty. And then we have the long braid. I kind of screamed when I saw this show up in game. I was like, you beautiful braids. Yeah, there, yeah. It's the same reaction, I promise. He's so pretty. Okay, there we go. That's enough for Ukyo. What else do I want to add to this? I could try and have them draw the hat. That might be a bit much. Because it definitely looks a bit boring all being the same color right now. Maybe you're right. Maybe I should have like the back be a slightly different color. Maybe the front needs to be more saturated. And the back needs a bit more grey. You know? I think that's good. I think that's cute. Okay. Bow! Sorry. Okay, I kind of really do want to give him like a hair accessory. I feel like he deserves a hair accessory, you know. I bully him a lot, so maybe he gets to have a idea. Okay, so as you can see, I have a cat clip on my head here. I could make them match. I could give him Hachi's clip, and then I can give myself Arthur's clip, I think, for my 2 cats in real life. Wouldn't that be cute? Wouldn't that be so cute? But I feel like the gray of Arthur kinda like doesn't match too well with my hair here. I feel like it's quite distracting, not distracting, but like blends in actually. It's like kind of a similar color, and the white would look good. Maybe, ooh, yeah, I could give him Arthur's because the dark of Arthur could match the light of his hair. Okay, I figured it out. Thank you for listening. And I would just shrink back into the corner real quick. Get smaller. Get shrinkhead. Hello, Yufus. You are so small. Wow, teleported. 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 How many times have I made noises? Okay, well, slay. Okay, so if I'm gonna give him Arthur's head, he's a blue British short hair. Oh, he's so cute! See, all I did was draw a cat shape, and now I already miss him. I can't wait for the semester to end so I can go back to my family and my cats for like 3 weeks. And then I gotta get back to study again. But he's so cute. Oh, my fluffy baby. My lovely baby. He's genuinely such a nuisance, though. He does so many things of evil. Like, his sister could be eating from a bowl. I have a video. I don't know if I could show it. I don't think it's, like, on my laptop. But I will draw you a picture of it. I will draw you a picture of the mental image. So, we've had to, like, split their food away from each other. Like, this is the placemat, right? And then we have, like, the water bowl. And then we have, like, the food bowl. And they have their own separate ones because they steal each other's food. So we had to put them on, like, separate spaces of the room, right? Okay. That's water. And that's food. Okay? Cool? Cool? And then we'll have Hachi here. Maybe she's eating her food. Going like, yum, yum, yummers. That is so yummers. But then evil boy Arthur, he will be over here, right? And you're like, oh, well, that's not that suspicious. No, he's legit got his paw in her bowl. And he, like, grabs it, takes it out, eats it. And then Hutch is looking over at him like, you what? You what, man? What did you do? And he's like, oh, yum, 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 yum. And then Hutch is looking at us like, can you help, please? Can you help, please? He's eating my foods. They're so stupid. I love them. My stupid little babies. Okay, then we go back to the hair clip. Like, cats are so strange. Do cats know they're strange? Do cats know they're real? Apparently cats don't like aluminium foil. I saw like a tweet today. And the cats would like touch it. They would jump onto the table, touch the aluminium foil, and like fly across the room. So now I'm thinking, if I'm trying to teach my cats to not, in fact, be on the table, maybe what I require is aluminium foil. And then I put the aluminium foil on the table, so the cats go on and go spring across the room. I don't know how effective it would be, but I could try it. Because I've currently learned the lesson that they can't be on the table unless we're not looking at them. Which is like... It's like, you kind of get it, you kind of do not get it. You kind of do not get it at all. Okay, that looks really cute, actually. That looks really cute. But Loki, I'm now like, what if I gave him white-colored clothing? Because I feel like black-colored clothing is quite harsh. And he's just a fluffy baby. Okay, no, I need to stick to canon. I keep doing head canons for everyone instead of like what they're meant to be. Like in Tomodachi Life, I went at the start, I was like, let's make sure everyone has canon accurate voices, canon accurate clothing. But at some point, I started being like, let's just make the clothing my type of clothing. Let's just make the voices my favorite pitch and tone. Nothing has to be canon. It just has to be my favorite. I feel like a god in Tomodachi Life, but in like a bad way. In like a I'm not doing good things to my citizens type way. But it's not like I have like evil critters in my island. Some people's inventions for their islands scare me. Like, how did you think of that? Why did you think of that? Because like the worst word I have on my island, because you get to like choose the island lingo, and they keep sharing all the words and stuff. And the worst thing I have is like situationship. I don't have words like murder. Oh, did I? No, I didn't. I didn't have any words like murder. My worst word is situationship. It's so fascinating. I wonder though if how well someone could like understand someone's personality just by looking at their Tomodachi life. Cause you know there are all those shows that are like, oh, I'm gonna look through their phone and then if we seem like a match, we'll go on a date, you know? I've been watching a lot of those ones. They're like Korean shows. And they judge each other by like their phones, if they have like gym apps, TV, like news apps, etc, etc, what kind of fashion apps they use. But it's like, what if you got to see different people's Tomodachi life islands? And then be like, oh, actually I want to date this person based on their Tomodachi life island. Because low-key, I was at this event once, like a few years ago. I was trying to make friends, right? And I wasn't really meeting anyone who was like me. And then we had like a card making thing, and someone made stupid, hyperpigmentation. And I laughed, because I am as Twitter brain as hyperpigmentation. And they were legit the only person doing something I recognized. And the one thing I recognized was stupid hyperpigmentation. So hyperpigmentation, is that what it's called? And then I think they did the Queen Don't Cry whatever baby as well. Queen Never Cry. Sob. Memes are so funny. But there's like research and stuff saying that like the more people joke about a certain word or whatever, it's gonna stop becoming relevant. Like the word skibbity, that word is not gonna last. But words like lit and FOMO, they have lasted because we don't joke about them being like, ha ha ha, this is a stupid word, it's never gonna last, ha ha ha. But like we actually use FOMO and lit and legit. I'm legit. Ba ba na 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 gnarly na 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 gnarly. Do you think the 6'7" kid is really sick of doing 6'7"? It was a kid who made up 6'7", right? Like imagine if it was like a 50-year-old man who came up with 6'7". Because I've never actually checked. But hey, when I retire, I'm gonna be like locked into making memes. Because I'm gonna be the meme of the new generation. If you see me in like 50 billion memes when I'm 50, you will know I accomplished my goal. Please be very proud of me. Because I will never have another opportunity to be 50 years old. Which reminds me of the he was 20 years old backroom memes. I'm sorry, I like the backroom movie too much. Okay. There we go. It's less canon-like looking clothes now, but I think they look nice. I'm gonna make the lines a bit thicker again. Because I feel like it's still gonna be hard to see from a bit away. But I'm excited to see what it looks like as a plush. And then I'm excited to take pictures of this ukiyo with the one my friend's doing. And then I need to make one of Yufu! That's right! I almost entirely forgot about my girl. But I'm excited to start making merch. Because I spent so many years of my life being like, oh, I want to make merch! I want to sell at a convention! I want to do it! Like, that was my goal as a kid. And I remember one time I did get into, like, the big convention here in Australia. But then I just didn't have any merch ready. Because I didn't think it was actually going to happen. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it for fun. Because I'm very high in openness. So I'm like, you know what? Why not try that? But then I get the opportunity. I'm like, Oh yeah, I agreed to it, but now I was like, Yeah, I think that looks good. Maybe I should give him like more badges or something. Or should I make the different... Oh, I think I'm missing some details on his clothing. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Like, I think it should be white here. I think. It would be fun to do one of those, draw the character without like looking at the reference things. But I think the only character I could draw somewhat regularly, like without having to get a reference up, is Ukyo. Who else can I draw? Like, I don't even think I can draw Yufu so consistently. Like, let me try and draw Yufu already. Because she has so many different designs, right? Like, I have the one here, which looks entirely different from the model, right? So it's like, May snaps if I had to do a Yufu roadie. Hello! How goes it? Hello. I was just thinking about how fun it would be to play a game of draw the character without getting a reference. Like, see how well you can draw. Wait. Would it be funnier if there's like a whole game show? It's like, you have to draw these things without a reference, and it's things like draw a chair. So legit, chairs are so hard to draw if you like don't know. If you can't think of a chair. Like how does the top part of the chair link to the bottom part of the chair? Like how? Now, like, this looks like a trash bin. So that's what I was just talking about. Do you think you'd be able to draw a chair without a reference? What if I said to draw an elephant without a reference? I feel like that would be harder, but we've seen enough elephant in the room memes to know what an elephant looks like, right? What does an elephant chin look like? Obviously, an elephant doesn't have a spiky chin. It doesn't have this mouth either. It doesn't have like a... Oh, maybe. Wait, how does the elephant mouth go? Smiley face! That's not how an elephant works. Nope. That elephant has seen some things. And then it has like a big chunky body. See, no elephant has a tail like that. Right? Elephants are so hard to draw. I remember I had to draw like animals for PE class once. Because I was like, we had to make a movie or something about healthcare. And I was like, you know, let's do one about animals. And literally all the animals look like this. Because like, who knows how to draw animals? Legit, who knows how to make animals? Not me. And then I had like a penguin as well. And how do you draw a penguin? I feel like when I draw penguins, it's just club penguin. Oh no. Animals are so hard to draw. But then you can always tell when someone has like red warrior cats. Because they would draw their cats so perfectly. And like have that, what are you? What are you? What creature? Did you kidnap my cat? See, I don't, yeah, whatever that is. Whatever that is, what are you doing on my screen? That's so creepy of you. Let me get rid of you. Let me throw you away. Thank you for laughing at my questionable humor. I'm entertained. But seeing as it has been an hour 40, I would like to remind all that my roommate may be back at any moment, and so when she does arrive back, then we will finish, or we will just finish at 4 otherwise. Is there any other detail we think would look good on Ukyo? I feel like he's lacking a bit. It might just be because there's so much green. Let me put them all together again and see what it looks like. I really like Tomodachi Life! Which reminds me, the sounds I made just then reminded me a lot of what happened when I was trying to do a sound check today. Because usually I do like a check to make sure... Oh, I forgot to draw a mouth! That's right! Sorry, okay, I'm gonna draw you a mouth soon. I promise. So it's kind of cute with that mouth. Okay, this is creepy, but I have to draw a mouth. But basically, I was doing my sound check, and my voice would not stop cracking. I'd be like, hi! Like, hi! I wonder if I like play the actual audio, and I wonder if you could hear it. It's really bad.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh no, you can't hear that well. Oh well, good. You don't have to hear my voice crack 6 times. It was so funny though. Okay, that looks better. That looks better. Maybe it would be like that. And then the back hair would unsurprisingly go at the back. Wow, shocking. No one would have guessed. Oh no, very funny. Okay. So then that will be like that. Okay, and then we grab the clothing layers. Oh, I forgot to draw the skin under there. That's right, that's right. Because you don't want it to be like transparent. You don't want to see the... I almost forgot about that. Okay. Okay. I feel like it looks questionable. Like that's cute. But that's not ukiyo. I think it's because the shape of the back hair is off. But maybe... would it look more ukiyo without the back hair at all? No, that looks less ukiyo. What am I on about? I think definitely the hair needs to like be spiked out sideways more. I don't know, man. I don't know. Is it the clip? Is it the clip? The clip does make him look more feminine. I thought it was cute because his hair looks kind of boring otherwise. But how do I want to do the back? I could do like 2 braids instead, but oh, that looks even less okay, maybe. How did the chibis for ukiyo look? Let me get up a reference of his chibi. Ukiyo, amnesia, chibi. Bill. He looks so grumpy in this picture. Ignore that my husband's having mood swings in this picture, I guess. Why are you so grumpy? You're so grumpy. Okay. Ah, because it goes like that. Right, I have the shape wrong. So if I do it like that, maybe that'll look more ukiyo. No, it doesn't really. It's because it needs to go out the side as well. That's hard. That's tough. Is it because the front isn't long enough? Because it needs to like cover his eyes more, doesn't it? But I don't want it to cover too much because then, then you can't see my beautiful husband. That's tough. Okay, what else can we do? What else is a possibility? What other hairstyles has he had? I could try like 1 braid. That looks really stupid. No, we're not doing that. I think I had the right idea the first time. Maybe we could do it like that, and it's like he had a haircut recently. Because maybe I bullied him into it. You know? Hashtag wife things. Sorry. Maybe it's because he doesn't have the hat. Maybe, legit, the only thing that can make him look ukiyo is if I give him his stupid hat. But his hat is ugly! See, that looks more like him. That looks a lot more like him. And I don't like that. Ukiyo! Sigh. Okay, well, it might be hard to, like, make sure it's perfectly symmetrical front and back. Well, maybe not that hard, but... Maybe at the eye, truly. Maybe at the eyelashes. Okay, let me get rid of these and see. Hat. Temporary layer. His eye is very noticeable. So you think it should be less noticeable? I saw, like, back, if you remember these samples, they had very, like, dot eyes. Which has an entirely different vibe. I don't know if we'd like that more or less. Now that looks too silly, doesn't it? Cruel Yukio, you are not that silly. Well, I guess you are, but silly. Do I like that better or do I like that less? I might like that more. Bow, 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 bow. There we go. He looks so stupid. Don't you love when husband looks so stupid? Okay, I feel like the back of the hair is still an issue. How did they make his hair that's short? But it's like short hair. How did they make it look so good? How did you do that, Hanamuramai? How did you make my husband so husbandable? Is it because the front bits have, like, they're a lot longer? They're, like, down there. But I feel like that frames his face too much. Okay, well now that looks really messy. But also, like, yeah, he is kind of messy. He has come into the cafe with an entire, like, tree branch stuck to his head. Like, that's my man. I love him. But also, excuse me, what are you doing, sir? Have you not thought to look in a mirror? Well, I guess there is no mirror outside, but, like, you have a house, sir. You are not homeless. You do have house. Sure, it may not have any furniture because you are a fool. However, sir, that's kind of cute. It still doesn't look like him. I don't know if that hair looks better. It might look more shape. Do I want to give him his braid, though? I feel like the braid might help. There's just a small braid there. And then I'd have the back hair behind that. I'm your favorite bird. I mean, it doesn't look that bad with just the braid. And not like back hair. But he also looks like Daha from Vish instead. Let me show you Daha. Daha's so cute. But definitely looks like Daha more than Ukyo. I do like my green haired characters. I don't know if you knew that. Like, see, that looks a lot more like Daha than Ukyo. That's troublesome. I didn't realize their palettes were that similar, honestly. Maybe I like the other eyes better after all. I'll have to think on it. You can just be eyeless for a bit. There we go. Sorry I took your eyes away. I mean, I know you like seeing, because I know you like seeing my beautiful face and all. I know you like waking up to me beside you because you are my husband. And you will never meet someone as beautiful as me, but like, sometimes blindness is kindness. Just how they say, ignorance is bliss, blindness is kindness. Have you guys ever heard that saying? If you have not, it's because I made it up right now, and that's entirely... Ah! I feel like I'm going insane! I bet, yeah, you guys probably feel like you're going insane too, right? Yeah. Don't mind me. There we go. Ugo-san! Ugo! Who goes there? Who goes there? Ha 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 ha! That's too long. Maybe it's because he has more like empty places within the hair, like doo 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 doo. Koremita. There, that looks better, doesn't it? With the more holes in his hair. Because a mouse ate them. And obviously the only thing in this world that can make holes is a mouse. Therefore, there must be a mouse around. But I have a mouse trap. And the mouse trap is called cheese. And it's blue Castello cheese that I bought from Woolworths yesterday for $8. When my parents were like, cheese is expensive, we can't get blue cheese all the time. I was like, huh, I'm a little baby. I don't know how the economy works. Therefore, cheese is free. Therefore, you should get more cheese. And their parents are like, excusez-moi, obviously, that's not how that works. We can't get cheese all the time. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get cheese all the time when I get older. And now that I'm older, I can get cheese all the time. Okay, but that's kind of silly. See, that's kind of funny. It's a look. He has a look. I don't know about this, fam. I don't know about this, fam. Maybe we task switch. Maybe we task switch. So like, I can feel like I've done something, and I think I'll just come back to this one later. So for our last few minutes, I might just go into this art, so I can pretend I've, accomplished something. So, rendering 101. Step 1. You get your main color, you pick a darker color, and you move the color wheel a bit. So if this is more yellow, then the shadow should be more orange. Make sense? Make sense. Okay, understandable. And then, you choose some parts to blur. Don't blur it all, but blur some of it. There we go. If you blur it too much, it's gonna look amateur, like you're kind of blurring everything. But if you just blur some, it's gonna look intentional. Big brain move. Okay. Then you pick another color, a darker color, to go in and do the parts where all the dust would accumulate. Boo boo! Ta-da! Bam bam ba-dam. Bam bam. What if I put some music on? Let's get some copyright music going on. What do I wish to listen to with the power of copyrightness? I've been listening to Le Seraphim's Boom Bala a lot. Like, few people think to put the what was it? The Macarena. Rare is it that you get the Macarena in a song sampled. That is like crazy people talk. Crazy people. But it's cute though. It means you can talk to your parents and be like, hey, you know the Macarena that I had to learn for 4th grade dance? Yeah, my favorite K-pop group has now done a song with the Macarena, and that's how you get family child bonding time. Okay. Same as before, make sure to blend a small amount. Not the full amount, but a small amount. Actually, I'm gonna do this one instead. No, I'm not. A boom, bala, boom, bala, boom. Okay, now that you have the 2 different layers, merge them. Okay, and then you open up color balance. So basically with color balance, you can decide whether you want your colors to be more red or more cyan. You want them more green or more magenta, more yellow, more blue. And generally I use this just to make sure they're kind of balanced out a bit more. Ooh, which do we like better though? I forgot to do the entire other side. Whatever. Do I like more yellow or more green? We could do the one to the left more yellow and the one to the right more green. So, that can give a sense of, perspective. We might do that quickly then. Boom, bala, eh. Everything's empty, so everything's clear. Boom, bala, eh. Hey, Macarena. Whoa! A celestial chakra is stunning. Hey, Macarena. I feel like a lot of K-pop these days has been doing a lot of really strange random songs from childhood in their songs. Like the Macarena, obviously. But then we had Young, Dumb, Stupid, which is young, dumb, stupid, but who cares, but who cares? What was that song called again? Do 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 do. I don't remember, but it was like a nursery song, wasn't it? Hey, Macarena. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, and now we're gonna color balance the left one a bit more yellow. There we go. And the follow one a bit more green. Oh, I did it the wrong way. Not more green, sorry. More or what? What? More blue? Sometimes I confuse myself. I think that looks good. Ear puff render. Ta-da! Okay. Let us move on then to the shirt. Stacy girls, it's going down. Ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-da. Do you guys find music helps you focus, or do you think it makes it worse? I remember back in high school, they were very, oh, don't listen to music, you know, it actually makes it harder for you to focus. But then other teachers were like, you don't just listen to music if it helps you focus, right? And so I always had like mixed ideas. I was like, does it help me focus? Does it make it worse? Because sometimes really like upbeat songs would help me focus a lot. But then sometimes like they wouldn't. But then slow songs sometimes help. And sometimes slow songs made it worse. But obviously, I feel like if the song is in English, I get distracted more because it's like, I'm singing along. But if it's Korean, it's like, I can't even sing that. Therefore, it cannot distract me as much. But I had this really, really stupid way of making sure I wasn't getting distracted. Like the lengths I go to make sure I don't get distracted is like, I love singing. That's like my hobby that will overtake any other thing. Like if I were to study, no. If my voice is warmed up, I will be singing. So what do I do to prevent my voice from warming up? I'm like, okay, I need to study today, so I'm gonna drink milk. And when you drink milk, it makes your throat get all like gloggy and you can't sing as well. So I'm like, okay, to prevent myself from failing my classes, I need to drink milk. And if I just said that to anyone without context, they'd be like, excuse me? Excuse me? There's also this psychological effect called the Zeigarnik effect. Have you guys heard of it? So basically the Zeigarnik effect is if you haven't finished something, you're gonna remember it. Like if you're halfway through a task, you're gonna be thinking about it for a while. You're like, oh, I gotta do that. I gotta finish that. I gotta finish that. I gotta finish that, right? Because your brain's like, I don't want to forget that forever and ever and ever, so I'm gonna keep thinking about it. And so if you leave a study session with something almost finished, you're gonna get back to it the next day like, okay, we gotta get to work, right? And you're gonna get to work quick. But if you finish the task at the end of the day, sure, you might feel relaxed and go to bed. But you're gonna wake up like, oh, I finished it last time. There's nothing really to like finish. And I have to start a whole new task today. I don't really want to do that, right? I don't really want to do that. But Zeigarnik effect, if you leave your work like undone, you're gonna get back to it. Welcome! I hope you enjoyed the ramblings of a psychology student. That effect is true. Have you guys used the effect though? Have you used it to make your life superior? Happens to you a lot? Yeah. Okay. I might just do the skirt rendering, just a simple render, and then we might end for today. Gominda, I know you just joined. Ayo. So I would do the skirt. Energy 2. What are some other effects that we find ourselves doing a lot? I feel like I placebo myself a lot, or nocebo myself more often. So. Because there are lots of times, because I'm allergic to strawberry and pineapple, right? And whenever I'm eating a new food, I'm like, oh no, what if? And legit, if there weren't physical symptoms for allergies, I would be freaking out so much. Because every time I eat something, I'm like, that tastes a bit weird. Then I start worrying. I'm like, what if that had pineapple? What if that had strawberry? I don't have allergy meds on me. And even if I did will you mess with me? What if, right? And then I would start being like, oh, but now my arm feels weird. Now my leg feels weird. No, but like legit, nothing would happen. Hello, by the way. hello. But legit, there would not have been like an allergic reaction or anything. I would just be like worried about it and stress myself out. So legit, I have to like feel my tongue to see if there's like bumps, because it does get bumps when it's an actual reaction. And I still like a while to get meds. It's not like really urgent. Legit, if there's bumps, I'll be like, okay, I guess I'll go to the chemist. It's really no like high risk. But yeah, so I have to check for physical symptoms. And if there's no physical symptoms, I'm like, I'm just hallucinating these feelings. So yeah, if there weren't physical symptoms, I'd be so scared and I'd be going to the hospital so many times unnecessarily. Never know what was put in the food. Like, it must really suck to be allergic to some foods, like gluten. You have a gluten allergy, or like what, specific oils allergy. You would have to cook a lot of your own food, right? What's happened? But it might be allergy, but not really. So. All it takes is one mistake. I do like though that even though we learn that there's high risk, and it's good that we're cautious, right? But I like how even despite all that, if we have like an allergic reaction, we're like, okay, time to eat more food outside. Because at least it's for me, because the food of the outside world is just so yummy that I will risk it, because it's not a huge allergy. But are allergies to like carpet real? I remember in primary school, I got so mad that all these girls were like, oh, I'm allergic to carpet, and then they get to sit on chairs while us peasants had to sit on the floor. I was like, I was such a grumpy child. I was so mad about something. It's like, calm down, Yufu already. Why are you mad about that? Ooh, what is this song? Oh, it's Boompa. Okay, we'll listen to Boompa. Boompa can be our final song. Many unique cases. I saw like videos of people allergic to water, and I was like, allergic to water? Water? This is a good song. Summertime, summertime. Bumpa. It's about all talk of Ukyo. Hi, I love Ukyo. Have you seen my husband? He's actually so pretty. I'm actually drawing him right now. Like, look at this blush of him. This is gonna be actually him, but there's gonna put chibis here. And I was working on the keychain, but like I don't know how it's going. But I love him so much. Like, do you see him? And he's kind of grumpy over here, but like, you know, he can have his mood swings because he's so cute. And he also has like a cute bride, whatever. And I was also drawing a sticky note of him, but I don't know how well it's gonna be. But I might have it as a sticky note so I can put on my Lucas thing. And he's so pretty, and I really like him a lot. And I don't know. So I'm rendering you for. I love him. He looks so silly. And I make a plush keychain of him, and I love him, and everything is my life is Ugo, and let's get very best. To watakushi? Watakushi? You think watakushi? Beautiful dayo? Uwa. Thank you, my yume, my dream. 大好きだよ. Okay. Thank you. I hope you understood things that I say ever. Okay. I keep saying we're gonna finish, and I keep being like, what if I render a bit more? What if I render a bit more? Oh, I think my room is here, so I think it's bye time.